carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide enters the leaf through tiny pores called stomata. They are present on the surface of leaves. Each stoma is surrounded by two guard cells which regulate the opening and closing of stomata. This is the cross-section of a leaf. Water and minerals. Water and minerals absorbed by the plant through root hairs are transported to the leaves by the xylem vessels, which run like pipes throughout the root, the stem, the branches and the leaves. Why is photosynthesis important? The sugar produced during photosynthesis is stored in the form of carbohydrates and used in the biosynthesis of other organic compounds. Photosynthesis absorbs CO2 and releases O2. In this way, it helps to maintain the balance between O2 and CO2 levels in the atmosphere. Oxygen released during the process of photosynthesis is used by animals for respiration. Factors affecting photosynthesis: temperature, light, carbon dioxide, and water. Important to know: plants are classified into sciophytes, shade-loving plants, example oxalis, and heliophytes, sun-loving plants, example dalbergia, depending upon the inability or ability to tolerate high light intensity. What else do plants synthesize? In addition to carbohydrates, plants also require other nutrients, proteins and fats for their proper growth and development. For this, plants require carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. But synthesis of proteins also requires nitrogen. Although nitrogen is present in abundance, plants cannot use this free nitrogen. Some nitrogen-fixing bacteria, for example rhizobium, present in the soil fix the atmospheric nitrogen into a soluble form which is then absorbed by the plants through the roots. Heterotrophic nutrition. The organisms that are not capable of synthesizing their own food and are dependent on other organisms directly or indirectly for their food requirements are called heterotrophs, and this mode of nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition. Some plants show heterotrophic nutrition. They can be classified as parasitic plants. Parasites are organisms that live in or on the body of another living organism called host and derive their nutrition from them. Parasitic plants develop special root-like structures called haustoria which penetrate into the host tissue and take nutrients from the stems of the host. These can be further classified as Number 1. Total parasitic plants which are completely dependent on the host for food. Example, Cuscuta rafflesia. Number 2. Partial parasitic plants which can prepare their own food as they have green leaves but are also dependent on the host for water and minerals. Example, mistletoe. Insectivorous plants. There are some plants which feed on insects. These plants are green and make their food by photosynthesis, but they live in nitrogen deficient soil, so they fulfill their nitrogen requirements from insects' bodies. These plants are called insectivorous plants or carnivorous plants. Examples are Diania, Venus flytrap, and Nepenthes, pitcher plant. Saprotrophic nutrition. Saprotrophs get a nutrition from dead and decaying organic matter. These organisms secrete digestive juices on the dead and decaying organic matter, convert the solid matter into soluble form, and absorb the nutrients from it. This mode of nutrition is called saprotrophic nutrition. Examples are fungi, bread mold, yeast, mushrooms, and bacteria. Saprophytic bacteria, Pseudomonas, is used in the biodegradation of organic pollutants like petroleum spillage. Symbiosis. When two organisms live in close association and share the nutrients and shelter for their mutual benefit, their association is called symbiotic relationship or symbiosis. Examples: lichen. Lichen is an example of a symbiotic relationship between algae and fungus that live together and are mutually beneficial to each other. Alga is an autotroph and fungus is a saprotroph. Alga provides food material to the fungus and, in return, the fungus provides shelter, water and minerals to the alga. Mycorrhiza. Relationship between fungus and roots of some trees. Rhizobium. Rhizobium bacteria living in association with root nodules of leguminous plants is another example of a symbiotic relationship. Important to know: E. coli lives symbiotically in human intestine. It feeds on undigested matter, checks the growth of putrefying bacteria, and produces large quantities of several B vitamins as well as vitamin K. If you want more videos like these.